All the people out the road don't know the half of God. Oh, so you not stop seeing you want to feel the wrath of God. Well, I'm a young man that is speaking of the heart of God. Jesus Christ and pay the price, but not depart from God. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I go hear the name of God until the ears drum tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, hey, pass me right. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I go hear the name of God until the ears drum tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, hey, pass me right. I will put man out a road, make them girl them God. Just some man they make the eyes to them and pearl them God. Just some married people a road, they make them spouse them God. And some business people they make the computer mouse them God. You, every day you are, stop make war you God. You will love the rum, stop make the rum bar you God. You will come from country, stop make town you God. And you with a tin pan sound, stop make big sound you God. The backsliders they will left church, I don't say by me God. All the matters and the passes why deny you God. Them heathens and them sinners they wear call God, mankind me God. If me ever rise this rat, them Africa make it for blind me God. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I go hear the name of God until the ears jump tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, I mean the Moses, hey, pass me right. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I go hear the name of God until the ears jump tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, I mean the Moses, hey, pass me right. Me love God, that's why me not this God. Me not be Judas and betray you with the kiss God. Me know life without you is more than a risk God. So me rather live my life like John the Baptist God. When me look back, and me reminisce God, there's nothing in this world that can cause me to resist God. Me love God, hey, me no malice God. If there's one thing in this world me have to say, well like this God. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I got hear the name of God until the ears jump tired, alright. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, Neil, pass the rod. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I got hear the name of God until the ears jump tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, hey, pass the rod. I was created by God, my hand and my foot was made by God. And every single word me sing it was ordained by God. Me not stop this work cause one day me I get paid by God. I'm God the 19, if you touch me you will get slayed by God. All for people out the road, they know the half of God. Oh, so you not stop singing, you want to feel the wrath of God. Well I'm a young man that is seeking after the heart of God. And Jesus Christ and pay the price, me not depart from God. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I got hear the name of God until the ears drum tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, hey, pass me right. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I got hear the name of God until the ears drum tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean the Moses, Neil, pass me right. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. When I got hear the name of God until the ears drum tired. Me love God, me not stop talk about God. You know see the devil a mad, that mean them, well pass me right. You love God, eh? Oh, you love God? No, you over there, so you at the back. You love God, you the father here, there, so. You love, oh.
Love 101, the family station.
Alrighty, folks, I think they're ready for us. Culture Shock on your radio. Live on Facebook too. This is Love 101 FM, the family station. Let me see if I can find the guys. Canute there? He should be.
Yes, I'm here. There. I'm here.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
I am good. How things? Where are you, by the way?
I'm now in Barbados. My trip took me here.
Yeah.
And so I'm just waiting on things to cool down, and then I head back home.
And you're COVID free and you're keeping safe.
Yes, I'm very safe.
Good stuff.
Yeah. How is things there?
Jamaica is good. We're keeping safe. You know, we're keeping safe, and things are good. We give thanks.
Good. We are expecting a wonderful night here. We're just getting our last tags going.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go live.
Yeah.
In a little bit.
Yeah. So before that, talk to us a little about Culture Shock. What's Culture Shock all about? For those who don't know what it's all about.
Wow. Culture Shock is in a nutshell is really the things that shook our culture and the people that shook our culture in its inception. And so we want to talk to those persons that shook the culture. One is Papa San, another is Juna Tucker, so many others. And so for tonight, we're just going to go into it and talk to these gentlemen,
Yes.
you know, and just get to understand how it got started. But it's basically history meets music.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff, great stuff. So you're
And
live
so-
on Facebook. What's
We are live. I think we are live right now. We are live. We are live.
Yes,
Let's
indeed.
see,
We're
let's see,
live. We're
let's
live.
see.
We're live.
Technology sometimes get the better of us. You know, we were prepped and ready to go and just when you hit the live thing. And Douglas, we live in a minute to go live, and then probably hear me now.
yeah,
So let's
Yeah, they are.
let's just skip past all of that, eh?
wonderful?
Let's just skip past all of that. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Canute Neil Ellis, and today we are live with Culture Shock. And before I get to all of the other stuff, I want to greet you on Facebook, and I want to greet the land of Jamaica. We are live on Love FM, Love 101 FM, and it's amazing. We were just going back and forth and having conversations with them. So let's greet them, Facebook family. Let's give us some hearts and let them know that we love and appreciate them.
Yes.
Are you?
We're looking forward to a great time. Good to
Yes.
have you. Yes, really good to have you. Yeah.
All right, so we are live, and it says we are live. We have people that wait from morning and a Tyrone. How you do?
Blessing and honor and one love every time.
Yes.
Yeah, good
Junior,
to
how you
be
do?
here. Good to be here. That is good.
I'm good, man. It is an honor to
Nice.
be with you guys,
Nice.
and I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, nice.
JT.
It's
My brother from another mother.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not even gonna make this little 2 minutes late start get to us. I want to do a few housekeepings and get you guys going. I'm sending out the links to people so they
Yeah,
can
I'm
share it. So while I'm doing this, you should do the share the link. Tell your mother, your father, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your niece, your nephew, your god pitney them, everybody that we are live right now, Culture Shock, and we're not in this 4-hour long thing. We're not doing it. We're not doing it because we're
Yes,
live
sir.
on Jamaican radio, and Pastor Junior Tucker and Pastor
Yes.
Tyrone says we're gonna be professional, we're gonna can it, and we're gonna get it to you. So couple housekeepings, right? GL365 is broadcasting live on all the people, so give them some hearts. People over there usually do hearts and shoes.
Yeah.
So give it the red shoes. DJ
Red
D
shoes, I
Roy,
don't know.
what's going on? Hear your voice and make sure we know so you're dead.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. We're there. I'm still in
Alright.
awe. Still in awe. I have the two general them in another place. Yeah.
Yes. Peas and peas. So we had this intro set up, and it was supposed to be we're not a guitar because we're still gonna go into it. We're still gonna go into it. So people coming in, we are live on Love 101 FM in Jamaica, and we want to send some shout outs to everybody over there. Auntie Colleen, George, Sister Nadine, Auntie Nadine,
Yep.
everybody have auntie and uncle. So bless
yeah.
up to everybody there. And we're just going to go into it. The fastest talking man in the world, you have the floor. Go ahead, sir.
Me.
It's a blessing and an honor to be here. JT, take the title.
JP said me.
I'm just saying. What you say a while ago? So, all right now, the world need to know.
Uh-oh.
2020
Here we
is
go.
the perfect time for we reveal the truth.
Oh.
One time
Early
for all.
70s, a little youth come to me, them tell them a little son, they haven't papa yet. Come to me backstage and say, Mr. Tucker,
Mr. Tucker.
really love how you're singing, sir.
Mm.
I said, boy, thank you, young man. That's very nice of you. Him say, I'm a DJ and I want a special style.
Mhm.
You know, someone say, all right, I'm gonna lay hands on you,
Mhm.
pray for you,
Mhm.
and give you this thing called the fast talking where God give me.
Yeah. Reveal it, my brother.
The little youth look at me and say, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay hands on him and say,
Lay hand for them.
go thy way, young man.
Go.
From that time
Until
till
now.
now.
now, not even one thank you.
No, thank you.
I
I know.
say,
Ungrateful.
so tonight,
You know, sir, that going to set him up.
bring it. I'm ready. You go first.
Nobody involved in this, you know. Nobody can say that is involved in all of this.
Bring it. Permanent man.
Done.
That the word.
Done.
Wow.
The streets buzzing and say you have to go give them something, because Junior started in his promo. He started by saying him a rest up here from 3 days back.
Yeah,
And I did a
3 days
poll.
rest.
And I did a poll, Tyrone. I did a poll, right? For those of you who don't know, I call Son Tyrone for all these years. That's how we cool like that. I did a poll, and let me check where it is now. 73% says, Junior, you can't talk faster than him. 27 says you can.
See that?
So go in it, son.
Half a second.
Junior win, man. Junior win.
Junior
You
win.
give him the winning.
What?
I give him it.
Wow. I'm
All right.
disappointed.
For those of you who don't know the culture, we have with us the legendary.
The scripture says you must pray for one another, you know?
Yeah. But the man said, pray for you and hear the fast
No,
talking.
no, the man said, lay hand on him. Him lay
The man
hand.
said, lay hand for you.
Hold on, let it be known though. You guys know us, right? You know that's a joke, right? Because really and truly, this is my brother. If you touch him, me kill you, trust me. I go near him, me fight you for him, trust me.
Jesus.
He's my brother from another mother. I love him.
Yeah.
All I'm little Chinese picking them and my Chinese picking them put together. We're one family. Trust me. And it's just the love, you know what I mean? He's my brother and I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So we give God praise, man.
Yes, man.
So what do we do today?
You will never see us clash. Trust me. We're men of God.
Yeah.
We're in combination. We're
Yeah.
in ministry together. Amen. So
Nice.
it's all good.
Nice.
It's all good.
Jonah took her in a class by himself.
Yeah.
For so long and still
Bless you,
correct. So everybody have a lane.
So are you. So are you.
Yeah.
So are you.
You know, we are gifted to move in that at 19. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going with that. You know, the only person is not Danny Brown coming. No, so that is the behind the cover that.
Danny contributed a strong offering to the ministry.
Yeah.
He asked me to trouble you a little bit, and I had to, you know,
Yeah.
to the elders. The elders
Yeah.
speak. You submit yourselves, and you do it. Praise God.
Papa San.
Yes,
Papa
sir.
San, the world know you as Papa San, and we're going to get to who you are now as a pastor with your ministry. We want to know how you got started.
Well, definitely, you know, we're in the business for many years musically, you know, but we go through that journey there, and that journey there will kind of see itself out, you know, because as a youth, you dream that, you know, if you make certain money, you know, JT can testify of this as well, and you have the fame and the popularity, then everything will fall in place. And you realize that the more, you know, you have the fame, the more you're making the money, the more you're doing things that, you know, that you never dream of doing. You find yourself sinking more in a depression and frustration and all these things. So you realize that the fame and the money couldn't do it. So after a time, life took a toll and hit a dead end road. And that's what happened to me in 97. You know, came off a tour with Third World from Africa. We're in Uganda doing a tour together. And when I got back home, you know, just start just sitting and just think about my life and reading Bible as a little youth too as well. But, you know, never really a Christian. We are search. Because Julian and I was searching before that. We have to talk about that down in the show. And, you know, conviction hit me down. You know, and God just started dealing with me about me. And, you know, and I know at that time that I need Jesus. Nobody have even explained. I just know, you know. And I said to my wife, I need to go to a church and talk with a pastor. This conviction goes on for about a day or two. And that day we went down to hear me at Baptist Church and met to the pastors there and so forth, and start talking to him about my life, you know, what I'm going through. And conviction was very strong, and it led us to Christ right there. And my life completely transformed, changed, totally, never be the same, you know, like a light turned on. And I cried for months because I can't believe I was living the way I used to live before. You know, I couldn't believe it until when I received Christ. It's like something just turned on in my life. And my whole appetite just changed from one thing to another. You know, that's what you call a born again experience. Yeah. It's an amazing journey from that. And that's 22 years. And I still have the zero desire to go back and live that life today. You know, so, you know, from there, it's just God just started move us from one place to the next. And I went to Japan and did my final tour the next week. After that, because we have a 3-week tour in Japan the week after, which I was contracted for. And so did that tour. That was my last secular Japan tour. And after that tour, and I came back home, I said, listen, I have to just now start doing for God. You know, because at the time when I received Christ, music was the last thing on my mind. I never was thinking about music. I was thinking about my soul. I was thinking about my future, my destiny. I've experienced so much. I mean, when I get so much #1 DJ of the year, shut down the whole local market clean, and going over internationally as well, what left in your mind, and you want to go further as well, but you know, you capture more than what you dream of capturing, you know, at the time. And so I look back at my life, and my life was a mess, and I received Christ, and you know, I just cried, man. And from that time to this day, my feelings, my heart remain the same in terms of I just don't have no appetite to live by that life no more. It's still zero. Yes, you have been tempted. Yes, people put temptation in your way to do things, to compromise, but that can't shape my feeling.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's no special sermon, nobody did thing, it's just a conviction in your heart from before. Because you never grew up in a church.
Never grew up in a church. My grew up in a church. Was like a passport. It was like a passport. He went to Damascus, and Christ gave me that's the kind of experience, you know, and so forth. And you know, I know Bible, I read Bible and all of that, you know, and so forth like that. But I just know, you know, that was it. But God lead me to a church, and I spoke with a pastor there and tell him, say, man, I need Jesus. I need my life to change. I need forgiveness. I want to know if you will forgive me. I want to know what it means, you know. And I never understand the gospel or anything like that. I need Jesus Christ.
There's no idea after that.
You're going to tell you, say, oh, God will never forgive you. Look what you do. Look what you say. You're this, you're that. I've got different kind of stuff. But again, you know, you still have to move and follow the conviction, you know. And you look at the past, you do so much things, you say so much things in the past, and something you start, my God, whoa, my past is a mess. But when you know the grace and understand the love of Jesus and receive that grace, is an amazing thing. And when I ask God to forgive me, my wife and I were both together repent at the same time. And well, I never know. When I hear people talk about born again, but when you experience it, it's a whole different thing. Because things I used to do, I couldn't do them no more, man. And you know, even songs I used to sing, I couldn't sing them no more. And places I used to go, I couldn't go no more. You know, my life was completely, radically just. Let me tell you, it's a new birth experience. It's not about transformation. It's a new birth experience. I'm being born again. And I know.
Wow. Junior, yourself never grew up in church.
No.
And you started singing from a tender age. What was your transformation? We're going to come back to when you started singing, and obviously the both of you had great successful careers. We're going to come back to that. But you never know about the church life. So how you come to know that?
Well, it's interesting that we are still today's day brothers in the faith, and not only brothers in the faith, but we are brothers in life. Because I knew Sam before we got saved, and we were, you know, same. Tommy Cohen was manager and booking agent and that kind of thing. And like I say, our families were close, and you know, I mean, we married two pretty Chinese girls, and trust me, we're nice. So you couldn't tell we nothing. Me and son, we're nice. And we're gonna conquer the world and go up on tour and all that stuff. But the truth of the matter is, like San, your private life was one that was, you know, just in turmoil. You know, people used to sit up on TV, but don't know that I'm from an abusive home where there was, you know, physical abuse and you name it, all kind of abuse. And so there was Junior talk on stage, but off stage, we were just searching for something. And like San said, we used to exchange books and talk about Lassie and Buddha and if it's Allah, and if it's just all different types of, you know, studies and things, just trying to find God, you know. And San got saved early October, let me say 97, like March, somewhere around there, early 97. And trust me, San used to come on my yard every day to preach to me. And when he finished preach, him say, "You ready?"
Wow.
And I'll say, "No, not today." And him say, "All right." And then him go home. And if him read something out of the book last night,
you practice a preach for you again.
The next morning, I'm driving again, and I said, "Jitty, hear this."
Yeah, it is.
And when he's done again, him say, "You ready?"
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
That is the love. That is the love that San had for me as a brother.
Yeah.
I look back on it now and I'm saying, my God, I'm so grateful that he insisted.
Right.
And, you know, just came after me, because what San didn't know was that in parallel to that, in dealing with the nightmares and dealing with the trauma of being, in that home and dealing with my dad. My father had passed a year or two before that. And I was left wrestling with the issue of what he had done. But then here he is, he's gone from me, and I never got a chance to deal with him about that. That kind of thing. So I'm left with this pain. And there was another young man named Pastor Paul Earl, Pastor Rowan Earl from Swallowfield, who is brethren with my wife, sorry. They went to college together and I went to school together. So him used to preach to me too. So I used to get preached on the weekend. Really.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until one night the nightmares got really heavy. And I went out of my bedroom, went into a room by myself and just bawl out to God. And like you said, I didn't go to church, so I didn't know the proper prayer. But I just go up on my knee and just look up at the sky and say, God, if you say you're real, come me here, say you're Selassie, me here say you're Buddha, me here say you're so-and-so, it's Jesus Christ. So guess what? Take away all of that. And this is me, just cry out, and I beg you. If you make me sleep tonight and no more nightmares, I promise you, I'll give you my life.
My God.
And I'll sing for you the rest of my life.
My God.
Wow.
And that night, I slept like a baby. I have never had a nightmare about that situation ever again after that. And I remember calling Son and saying, Son, give my life to the Lord. Because when I told the Lord if he will make me sleep, I said to him, I promise I'll give him my life. And before I got up, I walked off and then I went back to the side of the bed and I said, but hold on. Them say you're Selassie, them say you're Jesus, them say you're Buddha. You have one life. Don't play with me. Tell me who you really are.
Wow.
And I heard nothing.
Wow.
And the next morning I woke up, I knew for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that Jesus Christ was my Lord and Savior. And I remember calling Son and I said, Son, this is about Tuesday. I called Son and I said, Son, I gave my life to Jesus last night. I'm ready. I'm ready now. And he was doing a show Saturday called The Cure, which was the great Dr. Sam Vassell, their show. And he said to me, you have to come sing on the show. So this is Tuesday. I give my life. And Saturday, Sunday, you have to sing on the show. Somebody said, you can't do that. You got to go promoter. He said, no man, if them give me 3 songs, they're going to do 2 and give you the last one. But the Jamaica need for no say, you give your life to Jesus. When I went to the concert, everybody was like, no, we don't know if him saved. Sanders walk up to the doctor and said, Doc, the man saved, let him go. Doc say, you can't tell me nothing. Him come from Tuari Crescent, which is road, from Bethune Avenue. Me. Tonight. And I went on stage and
Glory!
Hallelujah.
I remember it to this day.
Wow.
Son said, hold on, I know me have some more time, but I'm going to bring out my brother. And he brought me out and I sang the one gospel song I didn't know. Because I wasn't raised in church. I don't know any gospel music. I sang Howard Hewitt's Amen.
Yes.
And I remember seeing a young lady bawling. And I'm looking at her while I'm singing the song. And I say, so shall I go answer? Something wrong?
You can't relate to that.
And I heard a voice, I heard an audible voice inside of me say, that's how much I love you. That somebody who don't know you would cry and be so happy because you're saved. And I was like, oh my God. And that was the beginning for me. you know, and,
Yeah.
and with San, because from that we started walking together.
Yeah.
Pastor David King became a dad, a spiritual dad, and you know, from there we just kept going, you know, as brothers 23 years ago. Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
praise God. Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow.
Wow.
John.
Jesus Christ, 'cause he has made me brand new. Welcome to Christian Soldier. 'Cause the Lord has touched my soul. I'm brand new. Can you hear my voice through the speaker? It's brand new. Don't you wanna be brand new too? You got to open your heart, mind, and soul, and let
All right, we're not gonna run out of time, no. We're not gonna run out of time.
Look here now.
Big up to change, because if you hear brand new, if you really listen to
Okay.
brand new,
Yeah.
That more we're getting on now, Junior.
brand
Yes.
new is part 2, really,
Yeah.
of we have a message to
fit
spread.
Yeah.
Angels must
It's
grow.
part
Yeah.
2, really. I mean, Matifi,
Wow.
I'm not like
Wow.
can't
Wow.
confess.
Junior, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come
Wow.
back to we're gonna come back to that, Junior, how change your life.
Yes.
And definitely San can talk about that.
Yeah.
But when you come in at the fall now, it did nice though.
Oh my God.
Nice, new man and thing.
Just like
What was
Carlene
the transition like for still want to sing? Cause you know have San did have album and run road, him have a record deal.
Yeah.
You know, he was touring the world, him have
Yeah.
#1 tune, DJ of the year, you know,
Yeah.
it's unstoppable. But now
Yep.
you're in the church and this is your gift. Yeah, use it from your young, yeah, use it from ever since you know from sound system. You know, what was that transition like when you got that first studio session when you go behind the mic and go
Yeah.
and do the
A
Jesus
Jesus truth. A Jesus truth.
It was amazing. It was truly amazing to know that now you do it in the right and proper fashion.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Japan doing that tour, my final tour, I was trying to patch up the songs then in Japan to try to put little things here and there
twist to them.
because I didn't have the tune, you know,
Yeah.
and I got saved the week before. And so leaving Japan, that's when I start put gospel song together, a song called Christ in the Morning Time and Victory and all them songs, you know, Loving in My Heart and them tune it was amazing. So but because I just finished 2 albums with Noel Brownie at the time, you know, and so the same Noel Brownie who, you know, was working with me in the secular, you know, is now my gospel producer as well. So we get back in the studio and I work on the 3rd album now, which is the gospel album after receiving the contract from Gospel Centric. But in them time, when we just get saved, just like JT, Change was the group for me to love, because music is not only for Change, because Change kind of do it for me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but the rest of crew and everybody, me love the group, the kind of group that was just down to earth and them thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was a awesome journey to know that you are singing for Christ and you're not just sing for your flesh or sing for any form of, you know, personal desires, but you are sing for the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You know, so when I got back in the studio, it was an amazing journey. You know, I get a contract early out, you know, in my Christian walk, and just go straight into another record, from one record company to one next record company, because when I was signing the secular, I was getting offers from different record company at the time. And she was my manager, and then Tommy Cohen afterwards. And Motown wanted to sign me at the time, GC Record,
Wow.
signed me, Atlantic Record wanted to sign me, and Island Record wanted to sign me. So between Tommy Cohen and I and Sharon Burke and all and them, they were trying to get me out of that contract that I was in to get me on a bigger label, you know, to take me now to the next level. And so the label never want to let me go, because them said them discover me and they want $1 million before them let me go. And so I was battling with, I was going up back and forth in New York, Sharon Burke and I, you know, with a lawyer trying to get myself out of the deal, and talking to Sly and to Robbie as well about Erskine Thompson before he died, you know, and they was trying to get me out of the deal as well, you know, because so much label was after me. G Street Record,
Yeah.
Motown Record, so much company. Sitting in the Island Record office with the president and couldn't sign. You know what I mean? Because the offer where the company want to hand over for is $1 million. Them days they're talking about 20-something
Enough
years.
money that.
Enough money, you know, and
Enough
see.
money.
And so I get very frustrated and angry and about the whole thing, and I decided that, listen, I'm not gonna do no more album for this company. I'm just gonna chill and do an album, just do some local album and thing. And that's when I work on the album with Noel Browning and finished working on that album. You know, I got saved in the middle of all of that. And I have those two albums put one side and couldn't use them. And end up having to do another album and get signed to a Gospel Centric Records. And when that deal was offered to me, and that they want to sign me, I was concerned about being trapped by the other record company for so many years and trying to get out of it. And when Tommy Kwan finally called them about releasing me because I'm a Christian, you know what they said? You would never believe it. After all we have been through, they said that, tell Papa Son we're going to release him, just ask him to pray for us. Can you believe that? So God used them to me.
Wow.
That I don't go further. I remember, Baby JT, I have 2 #1 Billboard hits, and I have 2 #1 Billboard dance chart hits back to back with Sly and Robbie for Polygon Records. And then I have Maddy Cry and so much.
My tune, that in.
That just ripped the whole place from Africa, go all the way back. So I'm eating internationally and locally at the same time. And so the track was very tight, but God was using them to hold me. And Tommy and I, we could not believe that, you know, we were fighting from Sharon time to get out. And Noah got saved, and Tommy Noah was the manager at the time. And I was kind of concerned about them going to say, no, they're still going to hold on to me. But God released it. They said, I must pray for them. And they released it without any fight at all. And so God was in the making of putting my life together and put this all other thing. I never asked for the contract. It was handed over to me. Performed at church on the Rock one night, and the crowd moved like never before. And the person who signed Kirk Frampton was there. And look at me and say, I'm going to sign you. I've never seen anything in my life like this. Anybody needs the reggae in gospel like this. I've never seen it. I'm going to sign you. And that's how the deal came about. And the deal came about, I was doing a charity event for Jackie McCullough, helping her ministry to have fun to the community. And I tell my band, listen, we're going to do a charity show tonight and just hang out. So the one in Montego Bay and the next one in Kingston, but the one in Kingston wasn't supposed to be something that I should perform. I was set on. I supposed to do a song called Stay Connected with Mr. Brown from Mr. Brown. We come from the family.
Yeah.
We both did that together. And I thought it was a night of performance. And so they told us that it was a night of performance. I just one song we're going to do. And I told the band, just stick around, you know, if anything. That's the only, you know, you never know what can happen. And in the middle of the show, there was a gap. And nobody was able to fill the gap. And they came back to me and said, are the band still here? I said, yes. And he said,
wow, look at Gotti, man.
We went on the stage and performed JT, and the whole 10,000 people just erupt. They have never heard anything like that.
Right.
And she was so shocked to see that she just turned and said, I'm going to sign it. And that's how that contract came about. I didn't expect it. I have no plan for it. Everything that you see happen was orchestrated and put together by God. Just straight God. Can't take you for nothing.
Wow.
He's the only way him have the authority. He's the only perfect one that him come show with charity. Some leaders pray just because of majority. The things of the world let them want to be.
DJ is about to blow your mind.
Jesus is my advocate, my guidance and security. Run where see it and become me done do what you want to do. With a soldier in the army. If you want to run.
Yeah, man, keeping up on clock, you know. Man, keeping up on clock tonight.
Hey. Look here, no, man. The album, The Scratch. Like 2 of them have. The album, The Scratch. Me I pull back myself, son, for like getting to it. I'm your #1 fan. I remember I was at every concert. You're there singing every song line for line, and one day I think me and I lock, you know, like we did have, like you'd have 2 concerts back to back, like say I have Friday night and then Saturday night, and like you see me at the 2 of them and you look at me like, hold on, you know, early days, they up there sing, you know. Me and Simone Parker, bless up yourself, Simone Parker, and a lot of us from church and stuff. But you know, we loved. I remember when we got Junior's album and everything, you know, from brand new, all of the song them was just a rinse out, a play out, and we were so excited as young Christian that we had this forum that we could say these are the music of young people. You know, we did young back then. You know, not so young right now.
Yeah.
But
Put the spotlight
so
on you, man.
I am right now not an interviewer, but a fan just wanting to hear the backstory. If you are just joining us, you are in the right place. This is Culture Shock, and Culture Shock is going on. We are on another planet. We have Papa San and Junior Tucker on here, never seen ever before in a forum like this with my co-host DJ D-Roy, and we're live on Love FM. Love FM, like the amazing Love FM. How is it going down there, Love FM? What's going on?
Going good, that we're enjoying history upon history. We're learning so much.
This Wally to unpack, right?
History, I tell you, we're enjoying it. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. This
we're
is
live
amazing.
on Facebook too, so we invite our listeners to jump on.
Yes, jump on, man. Jump on. Give us some hearts. We're gonna take some Q&A later on. Don't send it now, because we're not gonna be able to track it. So when I say go, that's when you do it, right? Go. I want to do some shout outs, right? Actually, Love FM, give us some shout outs from your end. I know you have callers, and I know you have people calling in and on your Facebook. Give us some shout outs from your Love FM.
All right, well, we see Simone Parker, she's on. She says big ups also to Carrie Ann, thank you, and Juliet Reed. Nice. She says, my daughter Tracy and I have been at the front of many of the concerts. I see her very own DJ Rebirth, he's on. Latoya HD, she said, true thing, you know.
Yeah.
Hard road to travel, Jesus is the only way. Big ups also to Ryan Green and DJ AB, Gregory Morgan, and everybody. So keep the big ups coming in.
Nice. So we have a lot of people joining us, and here's what I want you to do. Put a flag if you're from Jamaica, because we're not on the parish flag, so nobody look feet. It's not in the emoji. Right? Boy. Put a flag, a Jamaica flag, a US flag, a Barbados flag, wherever you're from. Now, if you want to put me a pen, Jamaica flag, me a pen, then go ahead, do it. Right? We need to know where you're watching from, and that helps us know how we can connect with you as we go along. Right? So we're going to speed along. We're going to go into some tunes. And DJ D-Roy, how things over your side with GL365?
GL365 is lit. We have Woman of God, Hilary Lamb. We have Katie and Sewell. We have Charmin Newman. We have DJ Extreme. Just come on. What's going on, youth? Lisa Harris is in Antigua. She's a Jamaican living in Antigua, and she's on here listening. Christopher Rose, my graphic designer guy, is on there. Yeah, CDR representing. Man, it's lit. It's lit. I pay a fire emoji. When the song them come on, you know it go already. The fire emoji. I'll fire while I run. You understand?
Yeah. Nice. Now, I don't know if I can ask you. I can ask you a question. I can ask you a favor, beg on a favor. If you're on here, just tag one of your friend them and like and share.
Yeah.
Tag Love FM, tag GL365, tag Papa San, tag Junior Tucker, tag me, Canute Ellis. Right? So make we spread the gospel. This is another way we're spreading the gospel in another forum. Right. Junior Tucker, when you came on the scene and you do brand new and you do all of them song here, you was in the secular singing. You had your niche market that you were singing, and it wasn't so hard for you to still continue singing your songs and creating new melodies as you've created many classics. Too many to mention. I don't know how you can then send me a list of 10 songs. I mean, hats off to you, because I'm like, how you do that? You know, it's like you have so many sing-alongs over the years. How easy was it for you to start penning gospel lyrics?
It was I would say was easy because it came out of my devotion time, my devotional life.
Wow.
And see, that's one of the things that I think San, myself, Carlene, Judy, Stitchy, which all of us got saved in that year, 97. I think that's one of the things that we were blessed to have happen to us, is that we didn't just come to music, we came to a life of gospel, of a relationship with God.
Right.
Yeah. And then when we came to that relationship, we availed ourselves to be mentored. I remember when we got saved, San had Pastor Smith,
Yes.
who insisted on Bible study and working with him behind the scenes, not for his career, but to just teach
Wow.
him as a man of God who he
Nice.
was.
Nice.
I had Pastor David Keene, and I was fortunate and blessed to go to Swallowfield Chapel, who is a stickler for discipleship. You know what I mean? So the thing is, we learned how to be men of God who were before God and building our life. So to write Healing Me, for argument's sake, or a brand new, was just simply me testifying of what was happening to me. It didn't really seem hard to write. You know what I mean? So what I discovered is that God is not interested in building a ministry. He's interested in building a man.
Exactly.
And from the man flows ministry.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
if you learn to build a man, it comes out of you. It's like you're breathing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't very difficult. The difficult thing for me, like San, was the shift from the financial side and the side of going out to do concerts, because like San, I had to walk away from a deal I was working on with Warner Brothers, with that company, right? And then after walking away from that now, I had a tour in Japan. It's funny how our testimonies are, right? It's so similar.
Almost the same, yeah.
But the good thing with me that I was at Swallowfield at the time, and I had just finished the brand new album. And the people, the tour people, promoters called me and said to Tommy, they want me to come back because it was a Reggae Sunsplash tour of Japan. Now, I sent back a message to them and said, listen, you know, I'm a Christian now. I don't do the old songs. So I was wanting to let you know, if you think I'm coming to do the old songs, you know, that's not what I'm about anymore. Because I have a new album and it's a gospel album. That's where I'm going. And they sent back message to me and said, anything you want to do, we will receive you.
Wow.
Now on this tour is Inner Circle, Diana King, Freddie McGregor, Maxi Priest, Steel Pulse, and then in some of the dates, Third World and some different bands would join us for one big concert. So we're talking about some 25,000 people each night, sometimes 10,000 people, some massive venues, 7 cities in Japan. And I remember God dealing with me, and through one of my elders at Swallowfield, gave me a prophetic word.
Wow.
That if I honor God before men, he will honor me.
Yeah.
And I went and did the gospel album. Carlene was on the tour too. I just remember Carlene Davis was on the tour. And I did the album brand new. That's the entire album. Just did that album.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the people were you could literally see spirits coming out of people, just deliverance.
Yeah.
People were on the floor just screaming Jesus' name.
Wow.
I mean, it was powerful. That in my room now, after that, I would be talking to different artists from the secular, because they were saying to me, boy, I'm really thinking of flapping up. When we hear say you come with the gospel thing, they say, you can't do that because all junior people them expect.
Right.
But God honor me that I still went out there and did an awesome show, you know, for his glory. They were shocked. So there I was on stage at night, from night till morning, in my room of Diana King and all the different people who would come and talk to me. And that's what God did, you know, he honored me in that way. So, you know, this is what we do, you know. This is what
because you're sold out, Junior.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Maybe I get a pull up, please.
Y'all
One
better pull
little
up.
pull up, please. One, may I beg you one? I like you one pull up.
Ready.
Well, it's nice. Whoa!
line. My God!
My God, He loves me.
Oh yes,
He says I am His
Yes, sir.
he calls.
He calls me righteous. Says I'm the apple of His eye.
So why do I clap my hands? Why do I stomp my feet? Why do I scream so loud? Big June. I'm no fanatic. I'm just addicted to the one who saved me. I'm sold out. No matter what them say. Made up my mind. I am a fool for Christ. So
All right, we'll keep time. Yeah, we'll keep time.
Junior, we're gonna come back.
My God.
You guys, I didn't know. You see, I asked you guys on Facebook, what are some of the things San and Tucker have in common? I'm not talk about bun and cheese, play football, all the brethren stuff, them, right? Then them say, San, you don't know, well, they both were secular and they came together. Okay, everybody know that,
everybody know. That's
but
obvious.
they don't know you like how we know you. And then I wonder, people were wondering why we pair you both. Guys, you both shook the culture from a year high, from in a secular, and then come shock it again in a gospel.
No, from old Junior, a boy named June.
Listen, your true culture shocker. You go all the way back here.
No, it's like I remember a lady. I remember a lady come to me one time and she said, "You remember the song when Nadine Solan sing for you?" I said, "Oh, Juna."
Yeah, oh, Juna.
My boy named Juna. I said,
Oh, God, no, sir.
It's not Nadine sing the song. It's not about me. She said, "No, the song when Nadine sing for you." And then her. Okay. So that song has followed me all my life.
All your life.
That's funny.
Did you feel any kind of way, son, when the church kind of wonder if it did really save? And what are some of the things that made have to push past? Because now you come DJ in a church, that was kind of like,
bright and bright.
Bright and out order.
Yeah, we face it. Trust me, because, Ninja Man fly out of the thing, the thing so fast that
make it bad for everybody.
And when we get in and thing, and people start saying, "We don't know, give him 2 weeks, once a give him a month, come back like Ninja Man too." And but I know say conversion is a very special thing, So I just kind of laugh it off and say, "Listen, time will tell. I will still be here because I know in my heart that this was a fake or a make-up story.
Right.
Totally completely surrender to Christ." And I was not even transformed. It was a new birth experience. I was not even the same person when they talked to me about the secular thing. That was the furthest thing from my mind because I didn't understand. I didn't want to be a part of that life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just tell them, say, don't even bother worry about what you think about me.
Yeah.
Just live and you will know. Live. And so it's 22, 23 years now we're going. And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so,
the
concern was there, because it was tough, musically. I remember nobody was out there to say, "Hey, I'm a big gospel dancer artist, I'm a boss." You can't nobody the feeling and talker. You know what I'm saying? Was the only group we can hold on to was Change.
Yeah.
You could have listened and say, "Yo, I love that." We play Change CD till it rub out.
Yeah, man.
Skip.
Wow.
Skip. And you have the Lester Lewis, we love Lester.
Right.
Man.
You have the Sandra Brooks,
Yes.
We have the Grace Chillers, them shows
Yes.
love. Edwin Meyer shows love.
Yes.
So much love from these people, that just embrace us when we come in and just say, "No worry, man, we got you." We have the Delivers and we have the Marklands, we have the Nazis, we have the people them where really come and say, "Boy, we got
Support,
you.
we got you.
For you."
That's
and
right.
so that thanks to those people. And then we have the pastor, Pastor Smith, Pastor that Pastor Almilla.
Yeah.
And the thing, Pastor Keen, so much other pastors there, that really come and say, "We have you," And so we get the first thing we do, we just bury ourselves into Bible study. Basically,
Wow.
to get to know God more and more. Just lacking to study. You know, we studied the book of Romans for 1 year. My pastor was walking through the book, get the understanding, take it in context, everything, bring it down to us. So spiritually with the firm, and then when we go to the studio, as JT said, it just coming out of us. That's why those early albums, those albums when you listen from early time, you can hear the message.
Man.
Time there. You know, so it's not a nursery rhyme thing, we just have put a thing together.
Nursery rhyme.
Nursery rhyme.
And taught the word of God, so which is important. So
yes,
people say this, but after that time, you never take no time.
You never matter them. You just do what you are doing.
To be honest with you, you never take no time to turn, because when the music starts impact the world, and then the amount of people that get saved at concert at night time, they could not do night at all. You know, with thousands of people turned up the shows, and a lot of people got. I remember when I go back to Uganda, the crowd that we get back to Uganda, I went there in 97 third when I go back there, you know, for the first time. It was like probably 10 times that crowd. I mean, like it was beyond. I mean, secular came out in the 1,000 and the gospel came out in the 1,000. I couldn't even find the engineer. It was lost.
Wow.
So it was that big. And so we see the impact. There's so much people get saved in Uganda, they have to buy a different place to put people to keep the church. And demons flying out of people while we're singing. And we couldn't leave the vehicle because them wrapped the vehicle, them crowd on the vehicle, we couldn't get out the vehicle. But band members, everybody were pinned in the vehicle, they was rocking the vehicle, they sing every song. It was an amazing thing to see the impact. Dancehall music having in Africa and England and all this, that the foundation, you know, is just God just open up a reservoir and just start pouring out of us. You know, so it was tough for us, you know, for myself, for JT, and in some ways, but you would know in our hearts that we never came in because we just want something. We want Jesus. That's what we
That's all they did want.
Our fame, our popularity. God, there's nobody there to say, I make it so I can make it too, so I couldn't be fame.
You had to pave the way.
Charging the money we're charging a secular. Trust me. There's nothing compared. That's secular to gospel. You know, and so we have to work with what is there. We have to suffer a lot of things as well. You know, we have to give up a lot of things that we could have get. We're not going to take, you know, we're not compromise the thing. And so it's sometimes you people say things, sometimes it kind of, you know, make you think.
You know, matter them.
Understand the, know the truth and the facts. You know, and say this is not a game, this is a serious thing. So God is amazing. God is amazing.
You shock the culture with this, son. This more, you know.
Let's
DJ D. Roy with the latest mix.
You hear me, my youth? Woman, tell them to listen to me. My youth.
DJ D. Roy.
Where you live with the terms you walk. To the valley of the shadow of death, me pass and just step on the enemy's shit and up enemy. Don't ever be afraid to dance. Deep down in your heart, man, and that you want. And the son of perdition, no stand a chance. I just step on the enemy, step on the enemy. Tell your neighbor, say this excuse. Can't keep steady when me hear good news. Dude, show gratitude, my farmer attitude. Cause you don't know Satan the truth. How you fit the gospel song and a move. Don't find no fault and start playing your shoes. When you did the nightclub and I do the rubber dub and I junk off a
sure. I mean, I'm still gonna move. Oh my God.
When you create them tune, you did sit down and match out like it's not easier. You feel like, you know, my water it down a little bit harder. Say, yo, you know what? Me just gotta do me.
Well, honestly, I'm a person just write lyrics a lot. If you know me good, and that's one of my reputation is just constantly write songs. But as you know, I like what JT said earlier. You know, when you get saved, you're not writing about yourself or to just satisfy your flesh or satisfy somebody's desire. You know, sometimes we should write what we want, but no, I write what I was told.
That's different, you know.
That's it.
What I was told to. So no, you have to ask God to guide you as you write. I remember when I was doing Smile Again, I fasted for 2 years. You know, and I put that song together. You know, and I sang that classic again. So you know, it's not just singing from your own desires and what you want or what somebody wants. You know, I write what I was told, right? You know, so as him lead, you follow. You know, that's the thing. And so I just don't get up and write like that no more. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. You didn't know, both of you, you knew that you were shocking the culture. You knew that you were creating a difference. You was paving the way. You were chopping out. You got bush and nobody not gonna have to start chop out the walkway. And the more you start walk, right, DJ D, right?
Yeah.
You have to. No partner there, una create the part. And I mean, many others has gone before, but when you carry this culture on the back. Not just on the island of Jamaica, but across so many continents and countries. Y'all knew that you were doing this?
In a way, because we are vessels that used by God, and He's the one who, did everything through us. But we know that we have a fan base there, and JT can tell you this. A lot of people when we got saved say, "Hey, I was praying for you to get saved." Because they came before us, and there are thousands that came after us.
Right.
And so. We see where our life impacted so much artists. We have artists in Uganda like Oli Keen and Sammy Key and different artists that call me daddy. Why? Because our life impacted them musically. So Uganda have so much dancehall gospel artists.
Yeah.
We have all of a dancehall gospel artists because
Kenya.
of the art them we have from Victory, from them time that set the foundation for so much different artists. So we impacted many lives, and JT have so much singers that embrace Tucker. Everywhere we go, people talk about JT all the time. So we can see the same thing. So we know that our life will be an impact on many people's life, not just on the people in the gospel arena as well that was looking for this kind of music that they love for so many years and hear the right message from it. But also people who came in after us, that our music touched their lives and they pull into the kingdom. And here we are again. JT can talk about that.
Well, for me, to be honest.
Hold on, JT. Hold on.
I hear a tune this.
Ready. Big tune. Big tune. All right. Let me compose myself now. Yeah, man, when you run with the devil, you have to bounce the truth when you run up the devil, man.
Yeah.
What?
DJ D-Roy over GL365. Bless up to all your people.
We definitely want you people to know we appreciate this brother. Because he was one of them too that stood with us, pushed the culture without apology. No pressure. And because of his co-laboring with us, we are where we are because of this man.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the right place. This is Culture Shock. I am your host, Canute Neil Ellis. My co-host, DJ D-Roy over at GL365. Bless up to all of you people over there. We are also on Anointed Sound TV. They're on Amazon Fire Stick, so Culture Shock boss, Only hear about. Tell Alexa, say, play Culture Shock. Right now, after you're done, Alexa go and play. Right? We on Love 101 FM. Bless up to Nadine Blair and everybody over there. Colleen Beckles. They have definitely a Culture Shocker. I don't know if we can have all of Love FM on this one day. But they are definitely one of the leading persons that carry the gospel. How are you guys over there at Love FM? How are you guys doing?
Talk a couple of things, Love FM. One of them.
Okay, them coming on in. All right, cool. Okay, there you are. How things over there? We are blessing up, man. How the listeners, everybody?
They're enjoying. They're having a grand time.
Yes. Wonderful. We have people from all over. So find out from our listeners. I know they're listening to me. So we want to call in or send a note to the station we want to listening from. So if you not listen from Veer, down St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth. No, me just the people them say it different, Them say it different. We are specific. Them people are very specific, brother. Right? Bless up to people on St. Mary, Mason, all of this. I come from, born and grow. Blessings to my mother who signed up to Facebook and on Facebook for watch our big son, right? So mommy and my father say me go watch. My father not really supposed to go on and bed in my watch now. So bless up to you, daddy, my brother and sister. If me never did do that, Tyrone them would have said, oh, you pray for you all the while and then bless you. But everybody on the island of Jamaica, blessings to you. Everybody stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much for joining. Junior, you were just about to tell us, you knew you were shocking the culture, you know what you was doing.
I while we were making the music, I don't think, for me, I didn't know. I thought it was normal. Because for me, you get saved. I love Jesus. I just want, like Sandy to come here every day and preach to me. But that's why I preach to everybody. Right. So I thought in my natural skin is the right thing to do. I didn't know I was shocking the culture until I saw the resistance from some people. Whoa. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is wrong? I didn't know that. What's wrong about it?
Whoa.
And but how God blessed me was like, while I'm seeing the wrong, like Sanse, you would see a lot of people who would come and say, no man, you're right. We're for you and we've been waiting on you. And we've been praying for you. So the truth of the matter is, while I was making it, I didn't know what I was just doing what was natural. But looking back now, and I see like a Prodigal and a Chevelle and people who came behind us, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I guess we are doing something right, that we are, paving the way for those people, because Grace Thrillers and Lester Lewis and Change did that for us. So that's when I really started to see. But to in the middle of recording and doing the songs, boy, it was so natural for me. For us, stick it ding dang ding dang ding ding dang ding dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the spirit licked me, I just that come out of me.
Yeah.
Pray for me as I pray for myself.
In Jesus' name.
Junior. Here's the one thing I don't like about Culture Shock. We don't have the time. We don't have the time. I mean, no, we're not going to say it. We're not scratch it. I know, I get all of that. We're working on it. But we're live on Love 101. And, we can't go on for 4 hours. Bless up to Marvin and Orlando and George Morgan. So many people. I want to shout out Joseph Roach is on here.
Johnny Clark.
Andrea Hines is on here. Johnny Clark is on here.
Johnny Clark.
Karen Armstrong. Kiana. I see Maureen McKenzie.
Andrew McCurdy.
So many people. Dennis Rushton is on here. Hey, Dennis Rushton play. Dennis Rushton play your song, Papa San. I said, him say, you never know me as a Papa San fan. I was like, Dennis, I didn't know this. Like, I did not know this.
Dennis Rushton?
Dennis Rushton, he played, So. So bless up to everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to jump right back into the Culture Shockers. This is what these gentlemen did. For many, many years, they've been ministering in song, and then they took another level of shock. Then become minister of the gospel in another form. How the transition from DJ, singer to pastor? To pastor in your church, you have your church. You have a legit church every Sunday. Only just keep on going higher and higher. Who want to go first? The fastest talking man go first.
Well, the pastoral call was on my life, from the get-go. When we're having those Bible study with Pastor Smith on a Thursday, I find that I easily, kind of know to. I just understand the scripture a certain way and start to think deeper in the scripture, not recognizing at the time that the gift of teaching was on the inside, and there's a pastoral calling. And most of the time, when I used to gather artists together to have meetings with them, I used to pour out to them spiritually. Some people never know. They want to say, oh, you can boss me, or some people say, oh, you can bring me and carry me and throw you. But I was interested in that. I was interested in developing, to see them develop into maturity, so God can flow the gift through them, And so at that time, I used to gather artists together to try to pour into them spiritually, just like I was spiritually as well. To show that this is the road to go, this is the way you're going to take it. Don't take it the secular route, like you just want to be famous, or you just want to be on TV, and you don't have no spiritual, foundation, to set up. And so from that time, I figured that I know that was a pastoral calling, that is really birthing on the inside of me. And then prophecy came along the line, about I'm going to be a pastor. And I said, oh, yeah, I hear it, but I know, but I don't know. I don't know going to work with the music and things like that. And then the prophecy came again, you're going to be a pastor. But something you just make it pass away sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Think about it and say, okay, let's see what God is doing, that kind of a thing. But never rush into anything, taking it stride by stride while touring and doing shows and all of that. Until 2011, really and truly, when God started dealing with my heart about, time for now to transit into that area. And so my wife and I, we prayed and get our bishop together, and they ordained us as senior pastor ministries. Really 4 ordinations, actually. One is for reverend, one is for music minister from Pastor Billy King as well. Also ordained as an apostle and pastor as well. And so just getting to this office as a pastor is challenging, but I love it. Wow. That's what one of my calling, and I love to teach the word of God. But so the passion that I have override the problem. So no matter what comes, my passion is always greater than the problem. And so over the years, God able to use that to sustain, to keep me going as a pastor. So it's an awesome journey, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it. And, we have an awesome congregation that love us, and we love them, and they stand with us in prayer and everything, and we just give that thanks.
I try to be professional, I listen to the pastor them talk, but boy, the music sweet. I not lie to you. I not lie. The word is good, but boy, the music thing,
Change my heart, I am not okay. And it seems like me need a spiritual x-ray. And you say you wanna leave me with the night or day. I can't do it all. Come away. If you ever can't do it, don't you know? I would never breathe again. Don't think I'd ever breathe again. Listen to me. People in Texas. Pull up. Quick, yo. Play again. Listen. Check it. Papa son. If you ever left me, if you ever took your love from me, I would never breathe again. Don't think I'd ever breathe again. I wanna feel you near me. Yeah. I'm longing for you.
Alright, we don't want Facebook get vexed, yeah, man. Come.
No, they will lock you down, They will lock you down.
Oh, God.
Going out on DJ D-Roy, we are going like, want to play my tunes, man.
You really want to know that? Alright.
Pastor Junior know how it goes.
Alright. Yes, indeed. What on them there? Put them up.
Show me how you feel.
What's an animal to them?
That Jesus Christ in is real.
Give me.
Show me on the hand. All original bonafide Christian. Show me how you feel. If you know that Jesus Christ, Him is real. Christ so real to me. And I love Him, 'cause He gave us the victory. And many people doubt Him, but I can't do without Him. And that is why I love Him so. He's so real to me.
Yo, you see the fact that they put a real in the church is laughing.
Junior, how was it? How was the transition from singer to pastor?
It's a question that I get a lot from people who are in my church and people who I've met. They always ask me this question. They say, what is my purpose? How do I find my purpose? And the answer I always have for that is, if you get to know God or
Wow.
spend your time learning how to build a relationship with God, purpose is revealed. Very easy. You have to
Easy.
chase it. You have to ask for it. It's not a mystery. It's not trying to run away from you. The more you become like Him, is the more Him in you is revealed. So purpose just comes out. So for me, it was just a matter of just availing myself. All the mentors in my life, I would just constantly avail myself, and that would move from singing, you know, like on concerts to I became a worship leader. And then so I moved to Florida, and I was a worship leader in Bishop John Gordon's church. And then I moved on from there and went to Clewiston with Bishop Tony Miller and was their worship leader. But in availing my life and God working on my life, God spoke and said, "You're more than just a worship leader." I went back to Bible school, and so just kept growing, just kept putting my life before the Lord as Him shape it. Because there's many times I used to ask, I said, what am I supposed to be touring? Am I supposed to have a record contract? Am I supposed to, be the next, Michael Jackson of gospel? Since if I'm being Michael Jackson of reggae, what are you doing, Lord? And God just said to me, well, I'm trying to kill Junior. And I'm trying to bring forth Jesus. Just stay in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it would just come out. It would just come out and reveal itself. Until we came back from 6 years ago, 2014, and started Family Word and Worship Church in Jamaica, New Kingston, Jamaica. And it's been going awesome now. November will be our 5 years. And it's been an awesome thing that God is doing. I was pastoring before that as one of the pastors on staff at the church in Oklahoma and the church in Clewiston. So I've been in ministry as a worship leader and pastor for about 16 years, 17 years. Yeah. But a senior pastor for the past 5-6 years.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Junior, was it the toughest moment you faced when you came to Christ, when you're singing in the gospel? Give me one tough moment, like, instead of a car, like, give me a tough one, because people need to understand that you go through some stuff. It's not the nice tunes that we want to do, because we can't stay here for 2 hours and 4 hours and play each song for song. But you go through some tough things. You care to share some of those?
The one that comes to my mind right away is I was sitting at the side of the bed of my daughter, and she was going through chemo at the time. This is the one that passed away 8 years ago from cancer. And I was sitting at the side of her bed, and it didn't look good. Then the doctors kept telling us that it don't look good. It's two times they've operated, and a third surgery they won't touch her. So I'm sitting there, and we had gotten notice that we're foreclosing on our house, because in taking care of her, I had to come off the road. I had to be home, and so shows ministry fell down, wasn't earning as much money as we used to. And I left the church where I was at. So there I am beside her bed, and somebody called me from Japan. And the person said to me, Mr. Tucker, would you come back and do, a dancehall tour, of the songs, you used to do. So I said, hey, I don't do those songs anymore. I'm singing for the Lord. And the lady said to me, no. Don't bring Jesus. Don't know Jesus. No Jesus. Don't bring Jesus. And I said to the lady, I said, lady, if I can't bring Jesus, I can't come. And she said, well, no, okay then, thank you very much. And she hung up, and before she hung up, she said, I pay you any money. You tell me any money you want. And I said, for a minute I was like thinking, I said, boy, if I go do that and come back, I don't know, can make her money and put back my daughter, because she was like, I had to take her from the hospital, take her home. Yeah. But there was very soon not going to be a home. You know what I mean? Wow. We had to move and find a rented place and stuff. So it kind of felt to me like Jesus left me. So I can't go back to the world. I don't want to go to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same token, Jesus feel like him leave me alone, you know, and just left me in this situation. And like Peter, I had to say, where else can I go? You are the only one with words of everlasting life. And I've never said this to him publicly, but he's here tonight. And Papa's son was one of them who was there.
Wow.
Son was at the funeral. Son was after the funeral. Son was before the funeral. You understand? Because enough people after the funeral never call me back.
Yeah.
Because how do you bring a man to minister? And you were praying for him, for his daughter to live, and she don't live. Then that man must not be a man of faith. So a lot of pastors wouldn't call me to come back. But this brother was my brother when my child was alive.
Wow.
He was my brother at the funeral. And he was my brother after. See me? Yeah. So that's what I remember, and I'm so grateful to the Lord.
We're not going to get into composure. Let's get our composure. The Lord. Hallelujah. Jesus. My God. My God. Woo!
What you say, what you say.
Ministry. Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Tell them again. To walk in victory. Hey, hey, hey. Tell them again. I'm determined to fulfill my destiny. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm determined to defeat and that's the truth, that's the truth. I'm determined to fulfill my destiny. Tell them again. I'm determined to walk in victory. Satan, in case you never heard before, you woke up in a warrior.
Yes, sir. Talk to me there.
In case you never heard before, you woke up in a warrior. In the blood of the Lamb, we are the people.
No, sir. No, sir. Such a perfect song. Such a perfect song for that segment right there. You had every reason to give up and didn't.
No.
Every reason to give up and didn't. Every reason to turn your back on the situation and you didn't. And this song right here is just perfectly done.
But that's what we do. We sing from our testimony.
Yes,
We sing from what was going on with us, you know?
Wow.
Because it's the bread. It's the bread.
Wow.
It's the bread.
Wow.
Yeah.
Canute, all right? Canute, you good? You good?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Culture Shock. These men have been so dear to my heart for many, many years with their music and them testimony. And you hear the testimony, it's all over the place. Sometimes you can get tips and stuff and you can, get a glimpse of them. We're not trying to tell them story from zero seconds to now, but they've shook the culture in their lives, in their music, in their walk. Multiple times over. The hardships that they've endured for you to hear a song and go, I like it. Or it couldn't come up with whatever you said and not appreciate the journey.
Right.
And songs are a very tricky thing. I've been in the production business for many years, so 23 years. I've mixed thousands of songs, mastered thousands of songs, and sometimes it's not when I mix the song, it lick me in a tire road. Or sometimes I drive and hear serious radio come on or Pandora and hear the same song when I'm mixing, and at that time it lick you on a road trip and go. And and I'm like, I spend hours with this one song and it never hit me that way there. Or sometimes it hit me in a late night session and thing, and it's like music can pick you up, it can bring you down, it can make you reflective and all that. And so I thank you before we even jump to you, Tyrone, and ask you what's one of the toughest things you've gone through in ministry to know. I want to thank you for push past and endure it. One of the toughest things you've gone through, Papa Son.
Well, go through some roads and some rough roads as well, but one of the things that I can also remember, is when I was doing a concert in Belize, and we're supposed to go to the prison house to minister to the prisoners before at night. And so while we're in the hotel, getting ourselves together to leave to go to the prison, and then the show would be the next day, I got a phone call from my wife, and she said that my smaller brother got shot, and he just died. And that just floored me instantly.
Wow.
And that's when I experienced a peace that passed all understanding, because to contain yourself through that is, and then to go minister into a prison house and have a concert the next day is crazy.
Yeah.
So the whole island of Belize was just upside down, and they were asking me if I still want to go to the prison. What do I feel about performing? And God just rise up even more and tell me that I still have to minister. I still have to go forward. And I told them that more than anything else, I want to go to the prison even more, in the middle of it, and we went to the house and just ministered. The 28 souls got saved that time, and then we leave to the concert, and the altar was jam-packed after the end of the concert that night, just winning souls for Christ. But through all of it, I experienced God's grace, God's love, and that peace that God can give in the midst of any situation. But it was a tough, because my brother got shot 11 times. 11 times. And so when I looked at him in the coffin, it was like a shark. I couldn't recognize him. Wow. And remember, it was a back-to-back thing for me, because my elder brother, Dirtsman, got killed as well.
Yeah, earlier, So
it's just those experiences coming up. And then you have to, just as JT said, you can't do the stuff I used to do. The income going down as well.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't do certain things and stuff like that. So, just there's a lot of ups and down battles. But through all of it, God is faithful and can take you high and just lift you high. All the way.
Keep going.
So the love of God and the grace of God, and just stand in faith and see God just bring you back right when you put again. You gun up the ladder one more time. But that, that's just one of them for me. One of those experiences, the loss of my brother, was really rough. And also my dad as well. My dad died years later. And that I couldn't deal with, because I just grab a guitar and just run to my studio, lock myself in, and just sing like 8 worship songs, clear my mind. That's the first thing I know to do, is to put on the garments of prayer for the spirit of heaviness. And so when my father passed, that was really rough for me, and I just rushed to the studio and just start singing worship songs, just to get my mind stable and get my mind focused. So when it comes to stuff like that, when you lost a loved one, is the most horrible thing. Right. You can't put money or anything in front of those experiences. And these are people who you love dearly. So I know what he was going through, and a difficult time for him. And all of us have our experiences. You just have to just talk it out and just go with Christ. But in all of it, you see where Christ came through. In a powerful way. And just lift us out and just show us His grace and set us back a part of no return, and we just keep going with Him.
Yes, man. And just going out and just smile again.
Yes,
Ready. Jesus make me smile again. Jesus make me scream again. Jesus make me laugh again. Teach me how to walk again. Yeah. Jesus make me.
Canute, you have the Facebook, Canute?
Facebook I said.
Yo, Facebook.
For talk about my
Facebook a ball out, my youth. Facebook a ball out. Oh, Jesus.
Where them I said, DJ?
That's the other fire emoji over there.
That's why me holding on so long. Listen, every time I play my life to my friends.
Fire emoji.
I learn the song,
You're the only one.
That's why me holding on so very long.
Hey. No, sir. Hold on. One more time. Fire emoji. charge the door and say, pull up.
Jesus make me smile again. Jesus make me scream again. Jesus make me laugh again. Teach me how to walk again, yeah. Jesus make me smile again. Jesus make me scream again. Jesus make me laugh again. Teach me how to walk again, yeah. Make us say, yo, oh Lord, you're the only one. That's why me holding on so long. Listen, every time I play my life to my friends, them listen but them never learn the song. Yeah, oh Lord, you're the only one. That's why me holding on so very long. Hey, hey, hey. Every time I play my life to my friends, them listen but them never learn the song. Yo, my life is like a nightmare, wrong. The future's like a dream. They trapping and then me go somewhere in between. Me flesh rise.
Canute. Yeah, what's the time?
Yeah, me a rap, but
Yeah, what's
it's
it
like, you know, yeah, we have to rap it now. We are live on Love 101 Radio. Hello to the island of Jamaica who are going on and say bless upon yourself, the whole of it there.
And just a
Papa
Scooby!
Sandaya,
Away!
Papa Sandaya, Junior Tucker there, them lock the streets
Oh
from them
my
was
God.
picking it.
Yeah.
Them shot the culture from them was
Look at Tina
banned.
Winnie and I grew up.
Yes, man. And we can't stay here for 4 hours. We're just giving you
Wish
a
we
window
could.
of these men that shocked the culture.
Wow.
Thank you so much. We are giving the
Wow.
roses no.
Yeah,
and we are
yeah,
telling
yeah,
you thank you.
Yeah.
And we want everybody in
Give
our
them a
Facebook
bone.
right now
Yes,
to
man.
give these men applause.
Yeah, no
God
doubt
be the
about
glory.
it, man. No doubt about it. My goodness.
Listen to me. We're not talking about music. We're not talking about who for song did at and run and none of that. We're talking about these men that go through life.
Yeah.
And then write them life and go no whether only like it
True,
yes or no,
true,
you know. It's
true.
stuff they've gone through
True.
and shut the culture with, where other people from other nations calling them, wanting them, writing off their debts, saying, you know what, it is paid in full, done, don't worry about it. Right? Then people have the audacity to say, no, we're not about to bring Jesus around here.
Right.
No, but we will pay any amount of money, but don't call Jesus. And them say, look here, I know that with David, we sold out.
Wow.
Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow,
If you're
wow.
coming into this music industry, this music business, this music ministry, and you go and come and say you're going to come run road because your song play a couple times and feel like, say,
You made it.
let me tell you, go live some life first.
Oh,
Come
God.
on.
Talk to them there.
You're preaching.
Yeah, man, I'm a
I'm
preach,
being
man.
big brother right
I'm a
now.
preach.
Me a
Amen,
big
sir.
brother. I'm in the industry long enough with these men put together. All of us put together as hundreds of years.
Come on.
Live some life first, then come talk to me. Write some tune first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
minister to people first. Last week we had altar call in
Yeah.
our Facebook. Can you imagine,
Yeah, on
Pastor?
Facebook.
Come on.
Yeah.
On
Place a
Facebook.
led prayer and led people to Christ,
Christ,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's what we're doing, right? We're not gonna do that every culture shock. That's not we're not me not. But if you're in the areas of Pastor Junior Tucker and the area of Pastor Tyrone Thompson, please go visit them church.
Yeah.
Go log on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have web. Go there. Go visit them.
Yes,
check
man.
them out. Right? We're gonna be signing off now. I just want me never the plan for that. Don't hate me. Just feel like I want to tell you, live some life first before you start comparing and thinking shocking the culture. Live
Right.
some life. These men have carried this culture
Yes,
on
sir.
their backs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it sounds like I'm trying to beat this in. I'm not. I'm just trying for you to understand what we're doing here. We're putting history down. It's down in the books. Never seen ever before. Junior Tucker and Papa San online telling the history of how them got over, how them come over, how them
And all
ride
life
over, how them
parallel.
ball
Right,
over,
right.
and come and how they intertwine.
Wow.
So it's more than bun and cheese, more than football, more than them brethren.
You know what?
More than
Lives
Chinese food.
Chinese food.
you know.
Rice.
So as we proceed to just wrap it, I'm looking for some questions, and you know what, the people we will answer.
They must
some of the
enjoy the
comments.
thing, man.
Them I enjoy the thing.
Yeah. And you know what, Canute? I want them to know that we are aware that we have not even touched the surface. So you have to remind us again.
Yeah,
we still have about 300 songs to go, and we can't go there.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So
They
we
fought
understand.
hard to send 10 songs. I asked them to send 10 songs. So
One
we can
send
fit
12.
it in.
One send 12 for 10.
One send 12. I'm not going to tell you who. Permanently. And we're not playing new tune yet. Look here now, Papa San has charted. We don't even want to go into the accolades part, you know. We don't even want such that.
Jesus.
No, let me
God
just
be the
leave that
glory.
alone.
Jesus.
Yeah, let me just leave that one there alone. God is pleased. And
Yeah.
pastors, I don't know if I don't want to chime in. I'm full, so I don't know, Pastor Junior.
Your belly full.
Yeah, I have no more questions. Unless Love 101 have some questions, or GL365, that's it for me.
Well, I have something from a listener. She's someone
Yes.
sent a voice note, so let me let you guys listen in. All right, here we go.
All right.
Uncle Chevron, good night. I don't know if we are allowed to talk to Papa San, but I want to big him up and tell him how inspirational he has been to me.
Wow.
Because I remember when I first saw him singing gospel music, I was in Bahamas prison. And he was in Bahamas. I think that was when he won an award of best gospel reggae artist or something when he just got saved. It was 1999.
Wow.
You know, and I saw him and I was in prison. And I said, really? Papa San get saved, and at the same time I had given my life to the Lord just to see him. I mean, I said to God, God, if you save Papa San, and you know you can save me too, and you know, I have given my life to the Lord in prison. You know, so I really would like to meet him in personally in life, but just let him know that his life and his you know, just seeing him when I was in prison, knowing that he has given his life to the Lord, knowing that I knew him in dancehall, you know, it really inspired me, and it really, you know, helped me to hold on even though I was in prison. Hold on, you know, to know that the same God will save him, you know, will save me and keep me.
Papa San,
Wow.
can you respond to that?
It's just a blessing to see when people life get touched by that, you know, and to God be all the glory, great things he has done. Sister, I would love to meet you as well. And I'm so blessed, you know, if this was the only thing I hear for the whole day, should I be okay? You know, that somebody's life has been touched by another life, you know, as a go God work through people's lives. So I really just say shout out love to you all the time, to your family. You know, and I pray that I'll meet you, you know, someday, you know, probably at a concert, you never know, or at a church service. But looking forward to meet you as well, and love you. God bless you. Really appreciate it.
Wow.
Douglas, let me tell you, Shivani, let me tell you, thanks for playing that clip. I have produced thousands of shows. I've done like up to like 400 shows per year. I was technical director for the largest church on the East Coast that seats 10,000 people. I've produced shows that P.S. Ramod, Kirk Franklin, Stevie Wonder, you name it. You can't produce this. This was never produced. This is a source of God. We've produced stuff. Sana, you know this. Sucker, you know this too. You produce it and you say, okay, this going to happen at this time and this, and it don't go. So, you know.
Right.
But you see when God are going to do it, it's when God are going to do it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, culture shock is going to go on. No, this is it. Forget what I said about the month of May. That's it.
Last week?
No, like I said it, Junior, and it was for the month of May. We just go and do it because we are quarantined and we just want to nice up ourselves and give people some history and music.
Yeah.
But this voice note right here,
Amazing.
so pray for me.
Touching lives. Touching lives.
Wow.
Hallelujah. Glory. Yes.
Wow.
Pray for me, because we have to talk about the people and we carry the cultures on their backs and give you, whether it's so many facets to this. We need even start scratch the surface of what culture shock is. But we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out. I don't know, Shivani, if you have any other voice notes and stuff. I mean, brother, go ahead, play it.
Well,
wow.
They're just commenting saying they're blessed and how much they're enjoying Culture Shock, you know.
Wow.
And
wow.
Bless up to Junior and Papa San.
Praise God.
Wow.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Thing turn up. Thing turn up. Thing turn up. Me to tell you still.
Pastor Tucker,
Me to tell
you have anything? You want to say anything, Junior?
To God be the glory.
God be the glory.
I'm just so grateful to be here at this time and, you know, could be a part of this. Where would I be if not for his grace?
Wow.
No, but that's that. no, but that's that. God, no. Me can't cry. I get every week when I cry, so like I cry, baby.
Well, sorry about that. Our phone line.
Everything is just, you know, in the Lord's hand. You know, a life, destiny, or future. You know, and the scripture is very clear. You know, no man can pluck us out of his hand.
Right.
You know, we're just glad to be a part of what God is doing, and we're blessed and privileged to minister the gospel of Christ. You know, you could use stones, you can make a donkey talk, and if you choose to use Jonah himself and Culture Shock and everybody on the program tonight, you know, we're blessed to be used by the Creator himself. You know, and to serve Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it. You know, we are just vessels, and you know, all glory belongs to God, all honor belongs to Him, and you know, again, every time you want to pinch yourself and say, really me, you know, God is using, you know, because our calling is the higher calling. It's bigger than every other call. There's nothing earthly that is bigger than ministering the gospel and having the ministry of reconciliation. We call it the higher calling. It's from the heaven. Our boss is the creator of all mankind. And so there's no better work than what we are doing right now. You know what I mean? I just give God thanks to be in this position, that I didn't earn it by my ability and my skills.
Yes.
God don't, you know, call the equip, but He equip the call. And so when He will equip you and anoint you and send you to do what He calls you to do. You know, so I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. Testimony and know that our life has been affected. You know, we hear sometimes. I was in Bahamas one time, and a lady came to the concert, and she said she was sick. All of her organs shut down in her body. She could not move. She worked with the government there, and she was in hospital. They kind of just, you know, she was in a very bad condition. And she put on smile again, and she put the earphone over her ears and listening to the song. Her faith rise, and God just miraculously just get her healer, you know. And she came and she to the concert to share that. So I've seen testimonies, you know, in different angles coming from different places. Just the life and the music and the preaching and the teaching just touch people from all over the world. And we just use what God give us to use, you know. If you tell us to preach, we preach. Tell us to sing, we just sing, whatever. You know, if it was a stick, we just use it, you know. That's what we do. We just present your body to Him and just, you know, hand ourselves totally and completely to Him. To serve Him. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson now. Leave them flying.
Come on.
Hello?
We have a caller here. You have 30 seconds, caller.
30 seconds.
Yeah,
oh my God! I've
30
been
seconds.
trying to get you forever. But I just want to greet Minister Junior Tucker and Pastor Papa San and everyone. I tell you, Leroy, Papa, not Papa San, Junior did my my second album launch at Bronx with International. This is Minister Tyson, and let me tell you, the house was filled. There was no room. When this brother stepped on stage along with Penicillin, and they really came to support me. And bless up yourself, Junior. And of course, son, we know we're going to miss you in the Bronx this year for fun in the sun because of the COVID-19. But hey, you're a staple in the Bronx. Just know that.
True that.
Yes,
For you come to Bronx and sing, you don't boss.
It's a Bronx Muslim.
Yeah, a Bronx Muslim. Yes, a Bronx Muslim. So I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm proud. I'm happy to share the stage with Junior and Papa San, you know, a while back. And indeed, it's a pleasure to see what God is doing in your lives. You know, ministering and sharing the gospel. You know, that's what it is. I'm proud of that.
All right, my brother. Bless up.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right. Cool.
Son,
All
what
right.
we
Yeah,
can
Junior,
do,
bye.
we know it in. you know, we in quarantine and stuff, what we can do a Zoom link up with you and this lady. We might have to deal with the physical hug and them kind of stuff another time.
We can't do
but
that
we
anyway.
can send a Zoom link. We can do a Zoom link and we connect, right, Shivani? So we'll be in touch with that, right? We talk about that in right after this production meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it. Thank you so much for joining. I'm your host, Canute Neil Ellis. My co-host, Douglas Bramwell from GL365. Awesome brother. Check him out, him online. We are on Love 101 FM and we are going to be rebroadcasting on Love TV in this week. My guest here today is Junior Tucker and Papa San. Thank these gentlemen for carrying the whole culture on them backs and so many others, but we honor them tonight. Drop us a line on this comment box. Drop us a line in our inbox. Let us know what you think about tonight. The link, tell people about it. You want to subscribe to my YouTube channel because enough more things going to come. Send me a friend link here. Go follow Papa San. Him probably full up now. Him probably have like 3 pages with 5,000. Junior the same. Follow these gentlemen.
Papa San,
get
official
them
Papa San. And the real Papa San.
Official. Yeah, you know, it's like 3 official and Junior. You know, it's like it's crazy. So hopefully Facebook make you can have like 20,000, 10,000, 100,000 people, you know. But thank you so much for joining. We'll step out of here. Have a blessed evening. You be blessed. All right. See you. Take us out, D. All right.
Not in there when you're alive, you go in there when you're dead. Some say them need pants and shoes and shirts. Them can't find no clothes, so them nah go to church. Some say them want more time, I search, them I search. But I lie, them I tell them want to divert. Some swear and curse and treat us like dirt. Know them pop over, things getting worse. And born again, experience rebirth. Them accept the savior, reverse the curse. Yeah. Baba got you too much. And shit, giddy gone.
Canute!
Me like mo fẹ́ jó, Baba you too
Hey!
much. Me like mo fẹ́ jó.
Hey!
Ẹ fún mi láyè mo fẹ́ jó, Baba you too much. Ẹ fún mi láyè mo fẹ́ jó.
Canute, bless up yourself, yeah, my brother. Bless up yourself, my virgin. Bless up yourself. Boy, man, I tell you the thing turn over. Turn over!
Yeah.
But we talk a little more, is it?
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Every day.
Hey!
Every day that
Yes, want to thank Love FM also. Love FM, bless up on yourself every time. Bless up.
Every day that I go, mama, your logo. Thank you, Baba. No matter what comes my way, my being is the least I could do. For someone like you, it will glory me. Plenty, I go praise them. No matter what comes my way, my being. Ẹ fún mi láyè, mo fẹ́ jó. Ẹ fún mi láyè, mo fẹ́ jó. Fi jó sí o. It's okay, go mara. It's okay, thank you.
Want to thank our GL365 family. Listen, man, oh man, if it's your first time to our channel, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. We bring you stuff like this all the time, man. All right, so God bless you. Have a great rest of your Friday night. The anointed veil. Bless up yourself, my brother. Who else out there? Pastor Ricky Payne. gonna end with this last Papa San song, man. It's brand new track out of Papa San.
It's not over. Who tell you?
Papa San catalog, the lessons.
I learned my lesson now.
I learned my lesson now.
Leave them flying like a bullet from a gun. Yeah, I said I learned my lesson now. I learned my lesson now. Oh, take it easy and it's in I like when I push on the material. I also them also for the capital. But I feel medicine, I want a bigger than your capital. When I need no segregation, frustration.
Make sure you join us tomorrow for our Praise Jam. All right, join us tomorrow for our Praise Jam. We're going to have our Praise Jam right here on GL365. And we're also going to be hosting. We're going to be hosting a Praise Jam in Jamaica. So we're going to have a dual, it's a dual effect. All right, dual effect, man. I'm telling you, man, tomorrow's going to be lit.
Generation, steal from nobody, so me not live in a police station. Me no work and look beyond me, so me not run from confrontation. For me to live is Christ, come me know my destination. Sitting in every places, come me believe the resurrection. Blood was sanitation, purify in the nation. No condemnation, redemption, celebration. No vain reputation, accept my abbreviation. Me walk in a godly wisdom greater than your education. Some say them a gangster, but them a agent for Satan. Sacrifice the idol, hopeless future for pagan. Them sell out for vanity, principality in operation. We can't say every assignment, demonic participation. Sexual immorality and child molestation. Flee from such behavior, don't give in to temptation. Sin a sin, God no please righteous indignation. Jesus paid the toll and now we mark a man so get down one spoon of water and them thing them in the ocean. Them can't tell the difference between a 19 and emotion. Spreading them gangrene like cocoa lotion. What am I get? What am I look for them? I file an accusation. Spiritual reputation. Keep your light shining, the youth. It's not a
bless us with life, Ocha. And everything
will be out the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Every time, you know.
Oh, loud and say,
Real, what's up?
Jesus Christ.
I know yet to come. Salvation beyond that. King of kingdom, Lord of love. Redeemer, Jesus Christ. And all the you them, you know, you know. Only John mercy. Papa son of sick. Fit take me up on Babylon street. Papa Jesus me thirsty. Come again, me got to be joy. Babylon river too deep.
Yo, no make Satan rule. Take care of yourself and no loss off from Babylon wealth.
Oh yes, God patch up ya anytime you need help. You can't call up by yourself.
So made the million, the 3 million, then with the multiply. Here comes iron.
What? Never we laugh, never we feel.
Be of myself, yeah, man.
You know, sometimes
Never be of myself.
I make him work your problems out. Yeah. You can't take it on me. Listen, man. Jesus. How can I live life without you? Me never have a reason to doubt you. Consuming fire, who can out you? So who can stop me mouth from praising my God? Straight from me heart, yours truly. Anytime you anointing go through me, you see me problems end like a movie. Precious moments erase all my memories. You are the reason I live. Listen, yeah. Don't waste your time. He is so divine. Love him all the time. Let your light shine. Sing along with us.
You took the pain from my heart.
Jesus.
When my tears fell into your hands.
Yeah.
From my eyes, from my devotion.
Jesus.
You took the pain from my heart.
Are you alone, God? Are you
when
alone,
my tears
God?
fell into your hands.
Yeah.
From my eyes, from my devotion. Jesus.
My child, me Bible never let me down, let me down. Take me out of trouble, never let me down, let me down. Sell the shop, never let me down, let me down.
Alright, the man say want a Praddy. Be again on a Praddy. Going on a Praddy for the one.
We wonder why we have so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, yo.
From different, we don't know nothing. That's it boiled down to. Yeah. Well, as the journey continues in life, we wonder why we have so many questions.
Yet we say we wise.
The journey continues in life. Yeah. I give thanks for life
Every day that I survive.
The journey continues in life. We wonder why we have so many questions.
Yet we say we wise.
The journey continues in life. Yeah, I give thanks for life. Lord, you bless me too much. I can't contain myself. Lord God, you give me 1 or 2 touch, and your supernatural
powers was felt.
This This is more than a gold rush. You take me poverty, give me wealth.
Yo.
And his enemies be scattered. 4 ways to run and many ways to die. Arise, and I shall stand still and behold salvation with my own eyes. Let Jah arise, and his enemies be scattered. 4 ways to run and many ways to die. Arise, I shall stand still and behold Jesus Christ when he cracks the sky. Nicholas, I told them sorry, but we don't deal with bombs and ammunitions, no. We don't know too many politicians, no. And we don't have no big affiliations. We run up in all the secret place and make competitions to Jah. God alone. Pity thing them never know. When we touch with the touch, the Lord's anointed, and that is true. We prepare the truth for tonight.
Yo, Eddie, make we tell them.
Israel, the one who sits on high. The mountains are at your feet, oh God, and so am I.
Mixing non-stop.
Turn this up.
Live in the mix. DJ D-Roy.
So here I am, oh God, I'm ready to do your deed. I'm available to you. Use me for your will.
Lord of mercy. From Prophet. For real. A big tune. Get the voice. Get the voice.
My heart, my mind, my soul belongs to you. So I'm using this voice to praise you. And I will always worship. This vessel is for you, me can't make the devil use it. So I avail myself. Because I you, me want to use me, so the devil can't abuse me.
Yo, from the 85, so you don't know it's your body and 90 GL representing for DJ D-Roy on GL365 Radio. It is the station for the people.
Use me for your will.
This is not a laughing matter.
I want to say hello, good evening to Elaine Bromfield.
God just good on.
Yo!
Come on. God good, you see?
I'm if you tell you.
So good to me, I'm if you tell you. Enough time me look over the cemetery and me know say that could be me. I'm if you tell you. Faithful, you see? I'm if you tell you. I'm grateful, you see? I'm if you tell you. Me worry about food for tomorrow, but every time it come plateful, you see? I'm if you tell you. Him turn the deserts in a pool of water. Bless me with one son, bless me with one daughter. From me left Calabar, me done with school, but he said me go to college, just forget a little smarter. 10 years now, me married like a Jubilee quarter. No other mysteries can enter the heart, yeah. This me no want you miss, let me tell you this. Me no rich, but once you serve God, nothing no shatter. God good, you see, I'm if you tell you. So good to me, I'm if you tell you. Enough time, me look over the cemetery and me know say that could be me. I'm if you tell you. Faithful, you see, I'm if you tell you. I'm grateful, you see, I'm if you tell you. Me worry about food for tomorrow, but every time it come plateful, you see, I'm if you tell you. Used to walk and take bus, now we drive car. Never used to go a hotel, now we stay a 5-star. Used to go at airport, watch you plane them take off. Me never did know, so me would a fly star. And me not tell you this just see you get checked. Me know why you come serve God with your 2
Ready. God, I wanna make you good, sir. God, I wanna make you good, sir. God, I will make you good, so. Oh, boy. You put your grace to go before me, and your mercy to follow. Your presence keep me company, under your shadow. I see favor all around me, as blessings overflow. Oh, got to lift your name up high. Ay, 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 ay. You got me feeling a type of way. Got me feeling a type of way. Cause you did it yesterday and then today. You do it again. Lord, to you belong the glory. Lord, only you do it again. Papa, to you belong the glory. Papa, only you. You make my cup to overflow. Now I'm drinking from my salsa. Set a table before my enemies. For my sorrows, give me laughter. You got me feeling a type of way. Got me feeling a type of way. So I open up my mouth and I declare, you do it again. That to you belong.
Oh, Jesus.
Papa, to you belong the glory. The
I'm a last tune this enough. I'm a last tune this. What me say? Ready. Last tune this.
You just can't hide it.
Feel him in my soul. You feel it? Can you feel him?
There isn't no feeling like it. There's nothing that he cannot fix. You just gonna
brother.
Like I knew he was.
That's for life and life.
And I will not hide it. I want the world to see it.
Tell the world son and I got no.
Can feel just like it. The waistline can satisfy it. Chap, not that exciting. Alcohol can make me leave it.
Feel him in my soul.
Feel him, since Jesus made me whole. Feel him in my soul. Feel him, since Jesus made me whole. How do you feel?
Magan.
How do you feel? How do you
feel? Magan. Can you feel? Remember to join us tomorrow evening, man. Tomorrow evening, you want to join us 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on GL365. We're going to have a party. We're going to have a crazy party tomorrow.
The best variety of gospel music. GL365 Radio, the People's Station.
You're listening to the sound. DJ D-Roy. With the DJ D-Roy.
Can you feel it?
It's D-Roy on Gospel Live 365 Radio.
When the spirit moving and the worship pumping and you feel like jumping, hey, where you go do? When you get the craving for the waving and rejoicing, where you go do? When the spirit calling and the worship pumping, somebody feel like jumping, where you go do? When you get the craving for the present and rejoicing, don't act so stiff. Like you're incomplete. When the spirit touch you, you got to move your feet. Forget all your problems, forget all your stress. Give him the praises, give him the best. He will never fail. Come on, let's worship. Come on, let's praise. From night till morning, oh Lord, in the sun or rain. What you go do when the spirit calling and the worship pumping and you feel like jumping? What you go
Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Louder, louder.
And the flame. Oh, no one can contain.
Well, have you ever heard about Jesus Christ? He died for you when he died for I. 'Cause he went away to build a home in the sky. And he's coming back again for you and for I. So please, Mr. DJ, turn this song for me.
Ready. Oh, no one can contain.
Well, have you ever heard about Jesus Christ? He died for you when he died for I. 'Cause he went away to build a home in the sky. And he's coming back again for you and for I. So please, Mr. DJ, play this song for me. I don't want my friends and family to die without him. Please, Mr. DJ, play this song for me. I don't want my friends and family to die without him. So we are warn them, and we are tell them. So we are warn them, and we are tell them. So please, Mr. DJ, play this song for me.
So make it all for them, make it all for them, make it all for the youth them where you cause problem. Make it all for them, make it all for them. Well, make it all for the youth them where you cause problem. Make it all for the youth that serve time behind the fence. Make it all for the youth them promote violence. Now, all for them, make it all for them.